Review.
Welcome back to Refin It Up. We are in our Refin review this week, guys. Brian, man, we saw a few ref bumps in the unsanctioned match between Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber. Rod Zapata must be listening to the show because head to toe wasn't wearing a ref shirt, was head to toe in black. He kind of looked like Big John McCarthy for you the UFC fans out there. Dressed head to toe in black with the black nitrile gloves, absolutely phenomenal. But man, Brian, those two ref bumps did they do it for you, or did they kind of kill the match?
I'm going to say it really quick, and I don't need to say anything more because I know that we'll have another whole hour with this. I love what they tried to do at the beginning. I love that Rod was dressed the way he was dressed. I love that he did not look like the official WWE guy. I love how they tried to black out the turnbuckles until one of them came off, but it's okay. They tried. I like how they make it. The lighting was different. I just like the way they did the whole thing, but then they killed it all with the ref bump. Okay. Keep the same ref, maybe that's fine. But then they bring in another WWE ref. He gets bumped. By the way, Charles, I hope your neck and spine are okay. And then they finish it with a normal WWE referee, official WWE referee. Okay, I don't get it now. Now you lost me and all that because now you've killed all the credibility you were started with, which I was so happy and popped about because this is what we talked about for 2 weeks. Let's not make it normal. Let's not and they did all that, but then they had a middle of the match with the regular ref and finished it with it. So what did it matter? Rod Zapata should have just dressed up as a regular fucking referee. I mean, I don't know. Go ahead, guys. I'm done.
I'll go here. So this is my devil's advocate or disagreement on that. Is I get what you're saying though. I mean, I totally get what you're saying. Where I would argue is yes, it was non-sanctioned, all that stuff, but you also put yourself in a way of having an official can get hit. There's no DQ, right? There's nothing. So he got hit. I'm okay with that. And here's why I'm okay with the other refs coming down and doing other spots. For the simple fact of this is that they were pleading. They wanted this match to end because they wanted to stop it. But it's unsanctioned, so they can't stop it like they normally can a regular match. The only way this match can end is by pinfall or submission or knockout, I guess. So they're like, we got to go out here to finish this match so we can get these guys out of here and they can go see a doctor and whatever, and we can move on for the show. So that is my logic behind why I'm okay with other refs that are sanctioned WWE referees, even though Rod Zapata was, but he was presenting as he wasn't, right, or sanctioned for that match.
Let me cut you off right there real quick.
Yeah,
1 second.
Yep.
If it's an unsanctioned match, why do they care one thing about it? Why? It's unsanctioned.
But it's the human beings, the people in themselves, not for the match itself. They care for they want those guys to stop what they're doing. So the only way to stop it is to have a finish. And if there's no ref out there, there's no finish. So they've got to go out there to make sure this match has a finish so they can get these guys out of here and we can stop this chaos.
That's a lot of thinking. That's a lot of thinking.
I understand that. But that's my reasoning behind why I think it's okay and why it didn't bother me that we had other things. And that's literally, I could go and argue this to say I could see myself arguing this to Tommy Dreamer if we're doing this at TNA, and he would literally go, "You're overthinking it. Just think like this. You care for the people. You don't want them to stop." And I'm going, "Oh, yep, makes sense." And I would walk away. No, okay, he made it make sense. He made it make sense to me. So therefore, I have no more argument now. So
no, I understand. I understand both points, and I understand you're saying they're trying to reason with them to just put an end to whatever the hell this is going on because they're just. It'll get to a point where neither one of them will be able to continue and have a future in this business because they're going to do so much damage to themselves. My issue with the two ref bumps in this thing is, as I said before, I think it would have been better to have a referee out there who isn't a regular television
that I agree.
Referee for
100%.
That would have taken. I don't know who they could have gotten. I'm not talking about
you, Jimmy.
No, I'm not taking the kick.
You could have
Um,
got a Daniel Cormier or whoever, like somebody like a
yeah,
UFC or yeah,
why
Yeah.
not someone like a Steve Blackman or Ken
yeah,
Shamrock
yeah,
or
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
Yeah.
like that? If
Joe Rogan.
I don't know, get Big John McCarthy. What the hell?
There you
Mhm.
go.
Instead of Little John McCarthy. Um, I'm, I'm just kidding, Rod. Don't take it to heart. I'm just
No, no,
Well,
no.
I'm just
Rob
he's
was
much smaller.
and
I'm just
Rod was the
bust
perfect person in their group for this position, for this
yeah,
spot, for
yeah.
sure.
But I'm just busting cojones. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, no,
But
100%.
like I said, in that way, if the referee gets that taken out, you can have even someone else come out who is not an official get taken out. And
Mhm,
that's when everybody else piles up from the back. Okay, this is enough. We got to get this out of here. We got to stop this now.
mhm. Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't
Oh,
think. Last thing, why all the effort to make it feel different to just make it normal? That's my
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
No,
Makes
I
sense.
get your point.
But I also wanted to bring up we like to keep it positive here as well. And we want to give some props to Aja that she did the women's elimination chamber match and just some positive reviews as far as just multiple finishes. It's not easy, Daniel. You've seen it. You guys have done it. Jimmy, you've done, the TLC matches. It ain't easy.
I've done a chamber
Um,
match too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm
2004.
sorry. You did the was one of the first ones, right?
So what?
Two,
You go ahead. Go ahead.
no,
What you saying?
2004. It was the one. The final two were Batista and Undertaker, where they did that
Oh,
spot.
okay.
Where Batista tried to give him the tombstone on the steel grade, and then they reversed it by flipping over the top rope, and Taker gave him the tombstone in the ring. By the way,
Oh, gotcha.
I noticed that in the cell matches now, pinfalls do not happen on the outside anymore. Thanks for doing it now when I broke my hand practically counting the whole darn thing.
um, no, no, no. And honestly, any kind of elimination match, any kind when you have that scenario, you have multiple finishes. And so, Aja, who's I'm pretty sure this is her first elimination chamber. I know she's
Hmm.
been in the company for a couple of years. So, I know they've done many women ones, but I think I think usually Rudy had them or whatnot. But shout out to her for this match. She did a great job. I thought she was out of the way when she needed to be. She was there when she needed to be. But keeping up with all the finishes and especially all the chaos at the end and at the beginning too, because she was reacting to Jade coming in and her doing what she was doing. Like she did a very great job. And I know we don't really talk about her much on the show. So I wanted to give a shout out to her and great job, Aja. And that's what we say. Hey, when we see things good, we also want to talk about it too and put
Mhm.
it over. So
No
yeah,
doubt. And I would just say this real quick. She had to remember what 5 or 6 finishes.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's not easy unless she's getting
No.
fed them. I don't think she was getting fed them. The reason why I say that is because I did actually not notice AQ in that match.
right,
Mhm.
I
yeah.
did notice her checking on people, which is that's normal. If you don't do
Normal,
that,
yeah.
I will smack somebody across the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, she did a great job. I can't say any more without uh, you know giving her literally flowers. But no, she did a great job. I didn't notice cues. She was out of the way, Daniel. But I will say, in a match like that, it's easy to get out of the way because there's too many people moving parts. But
Right.
she did a good job of that. It was great. Good job. That's
Mhm.
all.
So I have one
You're
question, Jimmy.
Yeah.
With your experience in the elimination chamber, I
Mhm.
know now they have multiple referees out there pulling the doors for
Right.
the pods.
Mhm.
Is that another avenue where whether they're the ladies or the men, is that another way of getting cues that way where they can, hey,
Yes.
Alexa Bliss, go tell so and so, 5 minutes.
Yeah, there's several ways to communicate. That's why it's good to have several officials out there, especially in matches like that where you have a structure, where you have multiple people in there, and it's hard to communicate with everybody at once. Having multiple officials out there able to communicate to specific talents, like especially someone in the pod, when you're unlocking that pod, there could be a little signal going, okay, we're running a little long. Let's hurry this up,
Hmm.
or take your time, go out there, whatever the case may be. So it is very helpful in that regard.
And
And
also,
you know what? We shout out the women. We got to shout out the guys. The men's chamber match. You got to give Chad his props too. It's not easy. It is not
Yeah.
easy.
no, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not. And by the way, Eddie, I would Irango, I would stay away from Punk because you didn't open that cage quick enough, and he was a little mad at you. So I hope you're for a little about that.
Well, between that and that stupid light falling down.
Yeah,
So
that was actually funny though.
By the way, shout out to Logan Paul. First of all, he has no business being as good as he is after having less than a dozen matches.
You ain't lying.
That's
You ain't lying.
Freaking ridiculous. And also him, when they were booing him while he was in the pod, did you see what he did?
Yes.
He turned to the crowd and did chin-ups.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. This guy gets it.
And
I love the fact that he takes other people's move sets and does it better.
So I know we need to move on.
I know I'm going to get heat for that one too. So
you're good.
Shane Helms, baby, train him. So good job, Shane.
I know we need to move on, but I want to ask Jimmy one more question real quick because I know we need to bring Cal Hira in, who's in our green room, probably eating all our grapes and steak.
Wait, who said there was steak?
You
told me to get spam.
I put it in there.
How come I only get hot dogs?
Because I know his dad too. Okay.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Priorities.
So, Jimmy, was that the way the doors were open back then when you were doing because I don't remember.
They slid open. They slid open, and then it was weird because when they opened, part of the plexiglass was outside the structure, if you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they just sophisticated it.
Yeah, but they have the whole thing now with the lights on the top to let you know who gets who's next into the match and all that sort of stuff. But I'm still a little hot about the staging on the outside of the ring now. It's not steel grade.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, it's like the amateur wrestling pad. It's about like yay thick.
I almost feel like they were ribbing me.
they were, Jimmy.
Yeah, we're gonna have some near falls on the outside. Make sure you count loud. Oh, great.